Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your favorite District 4 PIAA sports podcast. This is Heartland Havoc, the second episode. I am your host, Caleb Long, and right next to me, sitting on the couch, is the guy that always loses to me in fantasy football.
Hey, now.
Hey, no. Hey, listen, who's the three-time champion of your long-running fantasy league?
You are.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Valid intro done. It is my dad, Chris Long. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
we
just got off work.
He just got off.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and we'll leave it at that. We've been on the couch ready to record for 30 minutes, but work stuff came up and he had to deal with that. But we are here. We are covering week 4 of what happened to week 4. Doing a little bit of power rankings, and then we're gonna do like a preview of week 5. So let's get it underway. We're just gonna rattle off some of like the smaller scores, and then we'll get to the big like consequential stuff later. We got Milton beating South Williamsport 25-0. I believe that was Milton's first win of the season. So like good on them. They finally were able to get on the win column, and I think they had a pretty tough schedule heading into it. I know they had Shikellamy. I know they had Southern Columbia. I can't remember what their third loss was, but that is a tough matchup to go through. Lewisburg shuts out Hughesville 36-0 in another case where did Lewisburg?
That was Lewisburg's first win.
That is Lewisburg's first win as well. I mean, I think I said it on the podcast last week that like Lewisburg is a team that like a better team than what their record indicates, and I mean they shut out Hughesville, so good on them. We have Wellsboro beating Towanda 33-12, a Northern Tier matchup. Montgomery beating Wyalusing 28-6. Selinsgrove also getting their first win 27-3, but against, did it say Central Mountain? I think I already said it, but whatever. We got another Northern Tier matchup. This one is actually pretty interesting. Troy beating Athens. That is Troy, I mean, kind of juggernaut of Northern Tier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're only 2A, but like they're the team in the Northern Tier, and I mean Athens is 4A. And they were undefeated until this. I mean, good win for Troy, 52-35. Loyalsock gets to 2-2 on the season, beating Midwest 40-20. We have Muncie beating Northwest Area, shutting them out 35-0. And then we have Danville. Is that their first or second win? I think it's their first, right?
Danville, that is their first win also.
All right, cool. Danville getting their a pretty convincing first win against Central Columbia, 34-7. Now, like the first big game I really want to talk about, I'm going to talk about Shikellamy versus Williamsport. Now, Shikellamy was 2-1 heading into that game, and Williamsport in 6A was undefeated. And I'm drinking the Shikellamy Kool-Aid at this point. I mean, I think it's the fact that I've been like involved in helping out with like the radio broadcasts for the past 2 years, and I've been subjected to some very one-sided results. But it's good to see this team playing well. They've been playing really well, and I think it's a lot of things. It's a young team with years of experience actually being able to like put all those troubles and tribulations like to the test and being like, hey, no, we're a good team. We've learned from it. And I think they have really good continuity with like every position they have. And I mean, during this game, they got after the quarterback. They had 3 sacks. They had a ton of TFLs. And then also they gave their quarterback, Brody Raybuck, a lot of time in the pocket. I think that's also why they were able to do so well. Brody Raybuck, I think, also had over 100 yards rushing, if I remember correctly. And this was a game where it was almost sort of a comeback win. They got a kick return for a touchdown first play of the game, and then they Williamsport went up 14-7, and then Shikellamy just all the points left for Shikellamy. They put up 28 points, unanswered points, winning that game 35-14.
Sounds like Schick really has things going well down there. Playing a hard football, playing tough up front, bringing maybe some blitz on to get to the quarterback. I know Williamsport's quarterback is mobile, so to bring him down 3 times was a really good task by the Shikellamy Braves.
Yes. I mean, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I think they're a dark horse they're a big sleeper in 4A. Next up, we got Bloomsburg Warrior Run. Now, the final score was 42-28. I will say that this game at around halftime, if I remember correctly, was 21-21 apiece. So this was a very close game, and like it does make me wonder if like Warrior Run just played a complete second half, like what is that result? Like
there was some. I actually talked to some people from Warrior Run, and the second half, late in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, there was a big play that Warrior Run could have been up 28-14, I believe, and it was called back because of a penalty.
Oh, interesting.
And then they had to turn the ball back over to Bloom, and Bloom scored late in the half to take the momentum into halftime. I believe that took the winds out of their sails, so to speak, coming from that. But if I recall correctly, that's what was said when I was talking a little bit about the game this past Friday night at Warrior Run.
Gotcha. Because I mean, it really did like slip out of their hands a little bit. Like, but I'm sure if they have the chance, if Warrior Run has the chance to like face off against Bloomsburg at any point of the playoffs, like they're circling that game.
That would be a matchup to definitely check out if you're a fan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. All right. We're gonna which one next? All right, Southern Columbia and Mount Carmel. Big rivalry game. For sure. And if I also remember correctly, when I was updating the scores, I think Mount Carmel was up at some point, or Mount Carmel was keeping it competitive. But I think Southern Columbia just started and ran away with it in the second half. By halftime, it was 21-16. So like definitely a game Mount Carmel had in their grasp, in their reach. Southern Columbia ran away with it in the second half. Ultimately, final score 49-16.
So Southern here sitting at 3-1. The one loss coming in week 1 to Wild Missing. Now that they're in a full PHAC District 4 schedule, they're looking pretty impressive here. Like they might be back to make a big run in the playoffs, maybe if things keep going a long way to the playoffs, though. But they're definitely looking like they're set up well here, going into as we enter the very middle of the season and then towards the second half.
I think like yes, I do definitely agree with that. But their best win out of the PHACs is against 2-2 Loyalsock. I kind of like. I mean, let me just check their schedule real quick. But like, I kind of want to see them get like tested by like a team with a strong record.
They have Mifflinburg coming up in a few weeks. I know that.
Okay, I'm just checking it. They have Mifflinburg in week 7.
Okay, that's
so that might be. So that's probably something that should get circled. Yeah, I mean their last 4 games are Mifflinburg, Montoursville, Bloomsburg, and Shikellamy. So like they're gonna get tested by the end of the season.
Who do they have this week?
They have Central Columbia and then they have Danville.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I'm like, this is a storied team and stuff like that. I mean, for sure. But I think I've seen more teams prove themselves early on in the season that are in PHAC. That like I just think have like a more impressive schedule so far. And well, that we're gonna get into our power rankings later. Next up, I mean, we have Mifflinburg and Montoursville. Mifflinburg, I mean, they just blew the doors off.
For a battle of undefeated, surprising score.
Oh no, for sure. I think so many people heading into the season saw that as a like not into the season, but into week 4, like. That game and Jersey Shore and Shamokin were like the 2 ones people were really going to keep their eyes on. I thought it was going to be really competitive. And at halftime, it was 35-0. Like Mifflinburg went up early. They went up fast. And then they just sort of like cruised on to victory. Like this is an impressive, decisive win.
And the other thing about this is we saw in the highlights on the local news Friday night. Mifflinburg started off the first drive with an interception.
Right,
so
yeah.
again, showing some resilience when things don't go right, to come back and keep to the game plan and keep pushing forward.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Definitely Mifflinburg, top dog of 3A. That's where I'm sort of at with Mifflinburg. They're the top dog of 3A. And I mean, they have a big matchup in week 5, which we will get to later. Did we talk about Line Mountain and Halifax?
No, we did not. Okay.
I mean, Line Mountain, this was just like a strong win for Line Mountain, 62-14. I mean, strong win, strong win. I mean, I don't know if there's more I can add to that.
Well, yeah, and Line Mountain being at the very southern end of District 4, not in the PAC in the Tri-Valley Conference, not really sure what their schedule's like or who will test them this year.
Yeah.
Not really sure what the Tri-Valley, we're just not that versed in that league as we are called Heartland Havoc.
Right, we are Heartland Havoc, but like District 4 is such a integral part of
it's a big district, but so not sure what else they have coming up, but they are certainly looking good on both sides of the ball.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And then the game we've all been waiting for, the absolute barn burner that was Jersey Shore and Shamokin.
Just amazing, everything you would expect out of that plus more. Went to double overtime. Shamokin goes for it, gets a 2-point conversion. Their do-it-all quarterback, Logan Steele, kind of jumps over as if he was Randall Cunningham in the 80s, leaps over defenders and gets into the end zone for the winning 2-point conversion, kind of sucking the life out of Jersey Shore once again in Shamokin, just like happened in the playoffs last year.
This is like a mirror of what happened in the district championship.
Yes,
absolute mirror. I think there's one other thing that I want to add on to this before we head to like our power rankings and stuff. Jersey Shore was in the lead the entire game until Shamokin won in overtime.
Wow.
And then like whenever like first overtime, I think Shamokin went up first and then they tied it. I mean, this also, I mean, it also mirrors sort of how the Bills came back and beat the Ravens in week 1 on Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
I think, I mean,
there was a 14-point deficit there, right? Wasn't Shamokin down by 14?
They were down by 14, I believe, in like the second half, and then they scored. I think they scored a touchdown late in the second half, and then in the second quarter. I mean,
yeah, they did. They broke. Yeah.
No, this was an absolute like great win for Shamokin. Jersey Shore, I mean, it's such a heartbreaking loss, but like you can have confidence knowing that like, hey, we were like beating them. We just need to finish the job. We just need to finish the job, and then that's how we like are able to go to states. You know what I'm saying? Because like I am sure that they'll see each other in the playoffs in some capacity.
Possibly.
They're each other's biggest hurdle at this point. So like however they need to figure it out when it comes to this the district playoffs.
Right.
That's
right.
They just need to figure it out, which I think this Jersey Shore team could absolutely do that. All right. I think am I missing anything?
I think you highlighted most of the big games there, Caleb. A lot of games. Looks like Muncie got a win and went to 3-1 as they beat Northwest Area 35-0.
I think I got that.
That pretty much sums up the key players. Loyalsock jumped up to 2-2 though. They defeated.
Yeah.
Who did they defeat this week?
They got Midwest.
Midwest. Okay.
Yeah. And I think the only other thing to maybe note is that North Bend Mansfield advances to 4-0.
Remains
undefeated up in that northern tier,
beating
24-14.
Yep.
All right, here we go to our power rankings now.
The first ever power rankings on the Heartland Havoc.
The Heartland Havoc power rankings. I told my dad to do this while I was at work, and I gave him maybe 4 hours to think and consider. But that's fine. We'd love to see it.
We starting from 10 to
I
1.
think we'll start from 10 to 1.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you go first.
Okay. My number 10 team in week 5, Heartland Havoc Power Rankings, the Williamsport Millionaires.
The Williamsport Millionaires. Okay. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Did you put Line Mountain in yours?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm not
Did
going to
you?
change anything. I did have Line Mountain in there. Because we are Heartland Havoc and we're talking about a team that's out of the Heartland Conference, I didn't know if you put them in, but I put them in.
I did put them in. I figured
higher. We're alluding to something in the future, but okay. Williamsport is like my honorable mention.
Okay.
Here, one of my honorable mentions for sure. I mean, if I had to pick, it'd probably be 11. At number 10, I do have Warrior Run.
Okay.
I mean, it was a tough loss, but it's definitely one that I think in the future they can come back from, and I think like this is their game where it was like a chip on their shoulder, and I think this is going to fuel the rest of their season. And I mean, maybe I'm biased because I graduated from there, but I don't know. I just love seeing Warrior and being successful, and I mean, I think you got to give them their flowers.
Right.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. What's your number 9?
Number 9, I have Southern Columbia.
Okay, number 9, I have Southern Columbia too. I was worried that you're gonna have them up high, and I was worried this was gonna be a hot take. But, I think I sort of laid out my my reasoning.
No, I would.
Them lower.
I would tell you. I also looked at the opponents. This point in the season, you got to really check the opponent's winning percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
To see how teams are doing against the quality opponents, which factored into some of my rankings here. At number 8, then I have the Montoursville Warriors.
I have Troy. I mean, I think Troy would be a lot higher if they beat that team up in New York. And it's for the northern tier, like it is so hard to like tell how good of an opponent is because we don't see them that often, other than like we know Troy is the like pretty much the top school there. Everyone else is sort of like, are they good? Are they not? Like I remember last season in the playoffs, like Towanda was the 2nd seed, and we're like, okay, Tawanda's like 8-2. That's a really good record. But then when I looked at the like matchups and stuff like that, they played like if I remember correctly, they played a close game against Hughesville, and I was like, hey, Warrior Run blew the doors off of Hughesville. This is like upset alert as like Warrior Run being the 6th seed. And then we went to that game. We went to the Towanda Warrior Run game, and Warrior Run absolutely knocked the socks off of Towanda. So like it's so hard to tell. I do think that Troy like can contend being the top dog, but like it's a lot thicker of a competition in 2A.
Well, and that leads to my rankings. I do not have Troy ranked in the top 10, actually.
You don't have him ranked at all?
I don't have him ranked mainly because, as I was alluding to earlier, that 352 opponents winning percentage.
Oh.
While they're 3-1, they've not faced tough teams, and Montoursville's opponents winning percentage is 450 something. So, just knowing, and Montoursville's one loss still to Mifflinburg, who is 4-0, it's just tough to that's why Troy did not end up in my top 10, surprisingly.
I have Montoursville at number 7, so I think that's a good transition.
Okay.
Very like similar reasoning to you. I mean, I think they've played some strong opponents. I think Danville is a team that is also like a team that's a bit underrated, like a lot better than maybe what their record suggests. I mean, I think they're sort of starting to come into their own after losing a lot of seniors there in Danville. But I think Montoursville, sure, you had a tough loss against Mifflinburg, but I mean, I think you could be are they the number 2 school in 3A?
Yes, they are.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's still a high bar to set. So like,
yeah, number 7 is I have Warrior Run at number 7.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, I have Warrior Run at number 7, losing to Bloomsburg in a game that I think was closer than what the score appeared.
Yeah, for sure. Number 6. Do you want to go with yours?
I have the Shikellamy Braves at 6.
Shikellamy Braves at number 6. Now, I mean, I think they are really finding their stride. I mean, they had like a hard loss against Shamokin, but like Shamokin is a juggernaut. at this point. And I mean, a really good win against Williamsport for sure. I sort of like, I don't know. I think Shikellamy is pretty solid.
I agree. Having seen them officiating one of their games, and they seem pretty solid, and they just seem to be getting better. They also seem to be getting better week to week. Also, good to see them, looking at the mental aspect of a high school kid. Big loss to Shamokin, taking on a bigger school in Williamsport, class size wise, number of student wise. But that didn't stop them. That didn't deter them. They went up there, Williamsport came down to them.
Yep.
And Schick got the win. Okay, so number 5.
Wait, real quick question.
Yeah.
Is Shikellamy number 2 in 4A?
Shikellamy is 2 in 4A.
Okay,
the 4A standings
that's what I thought.
are Shamokin, Schick,
Jersey Shore,
and Athens, and then Columbia Montorvo Tech.
Right,
and then
aren't
surprisingly
Montorvo Tech like
3-1.
3-1.
Yes, there are 5 schools that are either 3-1 or 4-0.
Right. We love that
4A of District 4, which sometimes has been really down in past years. This year they got some good teams.
Yeah, I mean,
some years 3 wins was enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean that was Shikellamy a couple of years ago, if I remember correctly. Okay, number 5. I have Line Mountain.
I also have Line Mountain at 5.
Listen. Hey, the father-son duo is on the same wavelength right now. Listen, I mean, it's hard to tell like how they would compete compared to other teams like in the PHAC, but also like they're undefeated and they're 1A. So like, I mean, it's obviously it's a good team.
Right. They're a solid team. Again, they're solid up front. They're solid quarterback receiver duo. Good running game. They're just a solid team for what we've seen so far out of Line Mountain. They'll be they're a fun team to watch. They do some different. They run anything from 4 wide to running some options. So
very varied.
Yeah, varied offense. But yeah, you got to give it to the Line Mountain Eagles down there at 5.
All right, number 4, I have Bloomsburg.
I also have Bloomsburg at number 4. We'll see if our top 5 is the same. We don't know. We honestly don't know at this point.
We'll see if our top 6 is the same.
True.
We're at that point. I mean, Bloomsburg, absolute great, a solid win against Warrior Run. I mean, I think they've had some pretty decent wins. Who do they play next? Okay, well, we'll find out. We'll find out soon. Never mind. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, Bloomsburg, and they're a team that I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week, but played some young kids for a couple years here. And they have the players coming up through now.
You're seeing the fruits.
You're seeing the fruits of them going through that and development. I believe this is, Coach Kogut. He's been there since 2020, I believe. So this is his 5th or 6th season. 2020 is kind of a wash to get a program started in too. The way that year went.
Oh, for sure.
So really fourth or 5th solid year there. I think you're seeing the fruits of what he's trying to build there.
All right, and I mean also, Bloomsburg's a team that loves to air it out. They just, I think they had like 325 passing yards.
Right, and they have some athletes.
Incredible.
Yep,
absolutely insane. Number 3. Shall we count down and see if we have the same one?
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Jersey Shore.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we have the exact identical top 6. Not planned at all. But I mean, I was waffling between putting them at number 2.
Okay.
Because I think like once again, I think I was factoring in the fact that they were leading against Shamokin for pretty much the entire game. They just let it slip at the end.
Right.
And like that is such a, like, I mean, that's the thing you can come back from. But like Jersey Shore, I mean, absolutely crazy fun team to watch for sure.
Yeah, definitely fun team to watch. Fast paced offense. Again, do it all. That Seacrest, that running back and linebacker, he had a fumble recovery for a touchdown, turnover. I think it was a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And I think he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball too. So like,
yeah,
he's electric. He's absolutely incredible. All right,
number 2,
Mifflinburg.
Mifflinburg with number 2 for me also.
I mean, I I don't have words to describe how good Mifflinburg is. I mean, you definitely.
They're playing solid, and I talked to one of the officials who had the game. You know, he commented on the nose guard play of
You're blanking on the name.
Oh my gosh, of Tucker, the nose. That's his last name. Why am I forgetting his first name? Anyhow, I'm really
all good.
Anyhow, he's playing really well at nose guard. He's a wrestler, state caliber wrestler. Went to states in wrestling as a freshman. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
One of the strongest kids in the weight room.
You gotta have those guys there.
Tough
havoc.
Kid, wreaking havoc. So that's good, and they're really big up front offensively. If you look at them across the board, and they're getting the run game going.
Mm-hmm.
It had been that Seth Hartman. Now this week, Landon Moser, who they actually moved from tight end to running back.
That's incredible.
So there's some real growth there by him. He's a junior, and they're just. And then you have Chad Martin who can air it out and they're playing such tough defense.
Right.
Tough defense.
I mean, that balanced game is so pivotal in high school football because I mean, a lot of teams just like running the ball and they just really like running it. So having like a good passing attack to complement it's chef's kiss. I mean, that's why you get you at number 2. I mean, honestly. And number 1?
Number 1, Shamokin Indians.
I have Loyal Sock. I'm joking. I have Shamokin. I mean, listen, it's hard to. It's so easy and so hard to put into words why they're so good. I mean, they just know how to run the ball.
I think they're running the ball well, and their offense is clicking. They got possibly the biggest back in the league. That's fast, and Zakeem Clinton, the running back. Logan Steele gets the ground yards. They can throw it up. And defensively, they're tough. They have the center in the middle. The Glover kid, he's huge. I saw that Glover and Steele were on the sidelines at Penn State. I saw a picture of them on the sidelines of recruiting.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised.
Recruiting up at Penn State this past Saturday. So their quality team that they got going out there in Shamokin. Coach Mark Persing has them really clicking. And boy, are those fans excited when you see it on anything on the stream, anything, or see it on TV. They're filling the stadium. They're surrounding the fences. They're rushing the field after victories.
They're storming the
field. I mean, I'm surprised the goalpost didn't end up on the coal mountain there.
Listen, this is high school. They aren't that rowdy. This isn't the SEC.
No, I guess it's not the SEC, but I'm surprised they didn't pull them down and parade them through Coal Township and Shamokin and all the way up to the coal bank there.
That would be so funny. I think there is 2 things that I don't think we talked about on the podcast yet about Shamokin.
Okay.
And it's the fact that I think their turnover margin is absolutely through the roof. It's absolutely insane. They are an offense that keeps a hold of the ball most of the time, and they make sure it doesn't go to the opposite team. And I mean, their head coach absolutely trusts his boys with their life. I mean, the boys they wanted to go for the 2-point conversion,
right?
And then the head coach,
Coach
Persing, was like, okay, yeah, go for it. I trust you guys. And I mean, look where it worked out. It worked out so well for them. I mean, there's not much more I think I can say about that. But we're heading into the week 5 matchups, and I mean, if Max Preps wants to load, okay, wait, what do we got? You have the paper over there.
Okay, week 5 matchups. We have Loyalsock at Bloomsburg.
That one could be an interesting one. I mean, I think Loyalsock, has won 2 straight after they lost 2 in a row. I mean, this might be a team that's starting to get hot. We'll see what happens with this Bloomsburg game, though.
Then we have Southern Columbia at Central Columbia. Central has had a rough go of it lately.
Rough
rivalry, but we'll see what they can put together in that one.
Yeah, I mean, Southern's probably walking away with a mercy rule.
Another game that's looking not too close. Shamokin at Central Mountain.
Another game I think will probably end up in a mercy rule before halftime.
Yep.
That's my guess. I mean, you got an easy don't overlook this game, but like this could be like the biggest blowout we see all season, unfortunately.
Then we have Wellsboro at Kawaneski Valley.
Okay. I mean,
Northern tier game.
Both 2-2.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Then Milton traveling to Danville. Has the makings of a good matchup.
It has the makings of a good matchup. I think they're both 1-3. So this is like a game where like this is a must-win game. I feel like for either one of them to like turn their season around and become like a bit of a dark horse.
Right. It's a key game for positioning. They're only taking 4 teams to District 4 or 3A.
Yeah, and
you would have to think that Mifflinburg and Montoursville would have the first 2 seeds locked up.
So then wait, who's next?
As you're looking at the standings right now, Lewisburg, Danville, Milton, Mount Carmel, Midwest are all 1-3.
Is it in that order?
In that order.
Okay, interesting.
So
the bottom 2 spots are really wide open.
Yeah, even the bottom 2 spots are wide open and will be determined by league play and district play here towards the end of the season. So this is a big game to get that extra, possibly get that extra
get
week
those
of
points.
Playoff. Get points and build up towards trying to make a playoff spot there.
All right. Yeah. I mean, on the record doesn't show it, but I do think if you're a fan of these teams, keep an eye out on this one. This could have major implications.
Then we have Mifflinburg traveling all the way out to Hollidaysburg.
This is another big travel game. I mean, Hollidaysburg is undefeated. First off,
Okay.
What have they done? They've beat Altoona 34-7. They beat Allegheny. They've won out most of their teams.
They're a big school.
They are a very big school. I think they're 5A, if I remember correctly. So I mean, another test for Mifflinburg. I mean, if they beat Hollidaysburg, they have a serious they have a seriously good team.
Yes.
Might be the best in District 4.
Yep.
Is that a crazy statement?
Might be the best in District 4. That's a big statement.
That is a crazy statement.
That is a crazy statement.
We'll see how they
beat
do.
Hollidaysburg. We'll see what that does for the rankings next week.
Oh, for sure too.
The next game that on my list is Shikellamy at Jersey Shore.
Now, this has the makings of a trap game for Jersey Shore.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking, because they had a devastating loss. I mean, Jersey Shore wants to say, all right, let's have this bounce back game. But like, they had Shikellamy had an incredible game against Williamsport. And I think they really want to build up momentum. And this is like their death part of the schedule, because they have Shamokin, they had Williamsport, and now they have Jersey Shore. And I think let me just check and make sure if they have anything like other big teams in their schedule. Like they have like Bloomsburg and Southern Columbia at the end of their season, but like this is their we need to prove we're serious sort of batch. They went 1-2 in there, and I think Shikellamy wants to make that 2-1.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a good game.
I think that's my top game of the week right there.
Okay.
Maybe I think that's my top game.
With you on that one. And then we have Hughesville at Midwest.
They're both 1-3.
Yep.
Midwest definitely wants to try to win this one to stay
in that 3A hunt. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's still early. If Hughesville wins, they could jump back in the 2A hunt because they take 8 teams, but some Northern Tier teams will factor into that.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot to be determined in 2A. Yep. Next up, Canton at Montgomery. I believe this is a big game for the Red Raiders of Montgomery.
Yeah, they're 3-1 right now.
3-1. Canton's 1-3. Canton's like the historic single A program that's usually pretty darn good.
Right.
The Northern Tier. Not sure if they're truly down this year or they've just played some tough teams.
Let me check.
So this is a good test for Montgomery. Either way, it's a good test for Montgomery.
Yes, for sure. Beat Northwest area, lost to Athens, North Penn Mansfield, and South Williamsport for Canton.
So South Williamsport is the one loss that doesn't look too good on.
No, it
on
doesn't.
The schedule.
Athens and North
Athens
Penn
and North Penn are legit.
Yep.
Next up, Montoursville at Mount Carmel.
Okay. This one,
So let's talk about
Montoursville got to have a bounce back game.
Montoursville has to win it. 3-1, going in against Mount Carmel. 1-3. Although Mount Carmel, what are they going to do in that town if they're 1-4 after 5 weeks?
When has been the last time that they've been 1-4 halfway through the season?
Probably the season they don't want to talk about of 2020.
Oh well. Yeah,
we're not going to discuss that.
We're going to end that there.
Yeah, but that's probably the last. To answer your question, I would guess that's the last time.
Both bounce back game for Montoursville. I wouldn't say this is like a must win because they'd still be number 2,
right?
But like for Mount Carmel, this is absolutely a must win. I mean, you got to do something.
Now, a big matchup in the Northern Tier, and also, Athens, and also,
which one are you looking at?
Never mind, Athens is 4A.
Oh yeah,
Athens at North Penn Mansfield, a big matchup.
Northern Tier. I mean, North Penn Mansfield's undefeated,
and Athens sitting at 3-1.
Yep.
So big matchup there. Williamsport at Selinsgrove is the next one. So Williamsport will look to right the ship against the Seals, who are coming off their first win, looking to get a little win streak going here.
How's Williamsport looking in 6A?
They're still in first in 6A.
Gotcha.
It's close though because it's District 2 and 4. Scranton is close to them in points. At 2-2.
Okay.
So yeah. Williamsport's still holding on to the first seed. Wyalusing at South Williamsport.
They're both 1-3.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're both 2A, so like they've got a little bit to go. I mean, I don't know if there's much I can add on to that. Did we talk about Warrior Run and Lewisburg?
Not yet.
All right, Warrior Run and Lewisburg.
There we go. Warrior Run. This has the makings of a. I think this is a good matchup. Actually,
I think this is too.
I mean, boy, I officiated the Lewisburg Hughesville game, and Lewisburg's line was a bit impressive against Hughesville, but Hughesville couldn't run the ball at all, and their Lewisburg's defense was aggressive. Warrior Run, though, I think
good at running the ball.
Good at running the ball. Defense has been good, except for the 42 spot they let up to Bloomsburg. But we have, and this game is going to be played at Milton. So the question is, I'm going to guess like Warrior Run is probably actually closer proximity wise by where the school is.
No, that's a close.
Than Milton. It's very close.
Oh wait, is it
because Lewisburg is not. Bucknell is not allowing Lewisburg to use the field this week. The stadium, Christy Mathewson this week. So Lewisburg's home game will be at Milton.
Bucknell's got Lehigh, and
Saturday?
I think that and I think I don't know.
Yeah, so there are stipulations that Bucknell puts on that stadium when Lewisburg cannot use it. So they're traveling to Milton, which they did a few times last year.
I think.
Yeah, it really makes it a neutral site though.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, and the Warrior Run fans will have no problem traveling down the road, down 180,
147. We love that. All right. Okay. Any other games? I think we hit up all of them.
We hit most of the big ones.
Line Mountain is playing against Upper Dolphin.
Yeah, Line Mountain versus Upper Dolphin.
Upper Dolphin's winless.
Okay.
So should be an easy win for them.
And that's a short trip too.
Yep. In any ways, thank you everyone for watching again and listening. I really do appreciate how many people viewed and how many people subscribed in the first episode. I mean, I really didn't have any expectation about how this would go. This was just an idea that my dad and I had to shine a light on District 4. So seeing a lot of early supporters like really means a lot.
It definitely does. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the positive comments we've gotten and feedback from that. So hope you like episode 2 here. And we're going to keep working to make things better. And hey, let's go. Let's have a good one. And whatever you do, do it 100%.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.